Okay, today we are going to be driving from Palm Beach Shores north to the Tunnel of Trees in Hobe Sound. So after we go over this bridge, you're going to be able to see the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. And then we're going to take a little quick drive through this small little sleepy village of Palm Beach Shores and then head north along the coastline. My name's Sarah. I'm a resident of South Florida. I've lived here my entire life, which is a pretty long time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the ride today. This is a new channel, and I'd love for you to join me as we drive the coast of Florida and explore some of the lesser-known areas as well. Hope you enjoy it. Where would you like to go today? Okay, so I'm going to turn south on Lake Drive. Just take a little drive through this little town. A little factoid. To my right is the Intracoastal Waterway, just past these condos, and a little island called Peanut Island. Peanut Island has a bunker on it that was used during the Cuban Missile Crisis in case we were under atomic war attack, and President John F. Kennedy at the time would have used that to stay protected. Thankfully, he didn't ever have to use it. Several years ago, they had considered tearing it down, but the Historical Society wouldn't allow it, and thankfully it was kept. I'm not sure if they're doing tours there again, but I know that that is the intention, to start those tours up again. When I was in elementary school, we actually went to that bunker and saw it. It was quite beautiful inside. It has the presidential seal when you walk into it. It's a fairly small little area, but it's quite interesting that it's built on that little small island. And just across the inlet is Palm Beach, and he lived just a few miles into the island there. On another day, I will take you for a ride over there to see the John F. Kennedy estate. Well, it was actually owned by his family, but he spent a lot of winters in Palm Beach when he was president. So now we're driving along Lake Drive in Palm Beach Shores. It's a very sleepy little town, kind of reminds you of Mayberry. They have their own little private police force. And they have some old historic homes and old historic hotels. This right here on the right is a little hotel. It's done in Art Nouveau. It was probably built in the maybe 20s to 40s, something like that. At this stop sign right here is a walking and bike path that goes from one end of Palm Beach Shores to the other and runs up the spine of Palm Beach Shores. It's a beautiful little walkway. I usually ride my bike on it. I often will ride my bike over here as well. I can get from my house over on the mainland to Palm Beach Shores and the inlet, if I'm really booking it, about 15 minutes. It's a lot of fun. At this stop sign up ahead, if you turn, you can't turn right because they have it blocked off for cars. You can walk there, but you can see the inlet from here. And I will turn right and then back up, but you'll be able to see the ocean and the inlet just up ahead. And that's where boats can come in. They keep it dredged out so that big boats can come in there and go to the port. We get a lot of shipping containers that go in and out to supply the Caribbean from that port. All right, now we're heading north on the Ocean Drive. It's called Ocean Avenue. Lots of old 1950s motels are over here. If you can see to the left here, these have been here quite a long time. And then to the right, we have some more modern hotels. The Marriott is a chain that's here. And we're going to be approaching the public beach area in a second. Have you been to Florida? Have you been to the Palm Beach Shores area? Are there places in Florida that you would like to visit? If it's close by, I can give you a tour. Let me know in the comments. This hotel, Palm Beach Shores, has been here quite a while. All right, now we're coming up on the public beach area. And they got lots of little shops and restaurants over here. It's a kind of a cloudy, windy day today, so there aren't a lot of people out at the beach. Today's December 14th, coming up on Christmas. Where will you be spending Christmas this year? It's 75 degrees out. I'm hoping we get another cold front coming through. All right, gonna turn right now and head up north along A1A. It's one of our main beach roads over on, we're actually on Singer Island. You know, if you look at a map, all the barrier islands, they're really not islands. They're all really are connected to the state at one point or another. There are bridges to get over to them, but none of them are true islands, or hardly any of them anyways. Even Palm Beach is not a true island, nor is Singer Island. Peanut Island is, but it's sitting in the Intracoastal, where that JFK bunker is. The wind is so strong right now that it's actually pushing my car a little bit. This is part of the area that I ride my bike. If I take my bike over to Palm Beach Shores and then go along this road up to a street called PGA National, which we will get off in a minute, but if I do that whole loop over here, go north and then south along US 1, it's about a 14-mile ride, and it's just a wonderful ride to take. Over here on my left is the Intracoastal Waterway, just beyond those bushes and trees on the left side. And just to the right are these little hotels and then the ocean. We're just on a real narrow strip of land here. I just started this channel a few days ago, and I'm inspired to show you where I live and what it's like here. There's so many people that come and vacation here, and so many people that don't ever have the opportunity to vacation here. So I hope you enjoy this ride. Let me know how I can improve it. Do you want me talking? Do you enjoy the narration? I've made a couple of other videos where I don't say anything, and then another YouTuber said, you should make some commentary. So I was like, well, I'm not sure. So I'm trying it out with this one. I hope you enjoy the commentary. Okay, as we come up on this bend here, this goes around and through State Park, John D. MacArthur State Park. If you look to the right, I'll turn my camera to the right, you should be able to see across the water and a walking bridge. It's not very expensive to get into it. I think a carload is probably $5. It may be a little bit more now, but it's not that expensive. But it's a beautiful natural habitat of plants and animals, and you can get access to the beach by walking out through over that causeway across the water. People rent kayaks and other water sport kinds of things in there. All right, we're coming up to US 1, the famous US 1 that runs this whole eastern seaboard of the United States from Maine to Key West. We're going to head north. They name different parts of US 1 different names. This part of US 1 is called Federal Highway. Sometimes it's called Dixie Highway. But this part is called Federal. To the right is a golf course. And then on the other side of that golf course to the east is the ocean. It is right here at this entrance. It's called Seminole Golf Club. It's an exclusive golf club. All right, we're going to bend off to the right and head toward the beach road. Just to the right here, through these trees, is the Atlantic Ocean. And we're coming up on a town called Jupiter. Jupiter's a little bit larger than Juneau or Palm Beach Shores. It expands west more than just right along the coastline. but this is a public beach area for, actually this is Juneau here. This is the Juneau Beach Pier. We're heading towards Jupiter. We'll be in Jupiter in just a second. That's the Juneau Beach Pier that we just passed. When we get up to the next street, I believe when you go north of that street, we're officially in Jupiter. It would be difficult to be on the sand today because of the wind. So I've been to the beach when we've had a lot of wind, and man, that sand will cut into you. So I would be surprised if there's a lot of people down on the sand today. I love this drive. I love driving along the ocean. When I was younger, I had a convertible VW Bug, and I would always put that top down and drive the ocean. Even when it was cold, put the top down, turn the heat on. It never gets that cold in Florida, but sometimes it does. Last week we were down into the 50s, and we've even dipped into the 30s before, so that does get cold. See, I'll turn my camera to the right here in a minute so you can see through to the ocean, and I'll pull in up here and just let you see the ocean as well. One thing bad about the sea grape trees is it does block the view of the ocean. We've got some windsurfers out. Let's see if we can see them from here. Turn in here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Wow, the ocean is really rough. You would not want to be in that water. Here we go, heading north. Really having fun with those windsurfing. All right, coming around this bend, this is something called Carlin Park. It's one of the major parks up here in Jupiter. In a minute, we're going to be coming back around onto the mainland, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to get directly by the lighthouse at this point. Maybe we are. We'll have to see. They've been doing a lot of construction, so we may have to end up going back over to the mainland and then get back around somehow. So we'll see where we go here. I see the detour signs out. Detour to US 1. Yep. All right. They've been working on the bridge for many, many months. So maybe I will pause you here and then pick it up when we get around to the other side, rather than take you through all the detour loop here. I see that the bridge is up, but the bridge that they're working on is to the right, and you can't get across that waterway in order to go north like we went to do. So I'm going to stop here at the light, pause the video, and then pick it up on the other side. All right, I'm picking up on the other side of that detour, taking another bridge to get over the water. We're doing a lot of work over there. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to see the lighthouse. I can see it here to my right, but I think it would be blocked by the trees for you. Hopefully when we come around this corner, you'll be able to see the lighthouse. That's a lot of fun to go climb up in and view the sights from high up. Okay, we're in the north section of Jupiter, almost to another sleepy little town called Tequesta. Tequesta is actually an Indian name because there were Tequesta Indians that inhabited this part of Florida. All right, so I'm going to go around this bend. I think you might be able to see the lighthouse to the right. I'll turn the camera to the right so hopefully you can see it. And then we're going to go over to Jupiter Island and to a area called Blowing Rocks. You won't be able to see Blowing Rocks, but I'll put a link in the description so you can learn a little bit more about it. It's a beautiful natural formation, rock formation, where the water comes up through the rocks and blows high up in the sky. It's really fabulous. Let me see if we can see. I'll turn in here. You can see the lighthouse. Hold on one second. Let me turn. I'll show you the lighthouse. I think we can get it here. There it is. There's the lighthouse. Here's the Jupiter Beach Lighthouse. It's an operational lighthouse. It still works. Shines at night. Okay, so now we're on the beach road on Jupiter Island. And we're going to be going north. Right now we're heading east. We have to go over this little bridge over the Intracoastal. So many little waterways around here. So many bridges. And go up and down. They're usually timed for boats so that a lot of them won't open till quarter after or quarter of the hour. So you can kind of time your driving around that. A lot of people that live over here are seasonal residents. They come down for the winter time and head back north or to the Midwest. All right, here we go. We're heading north. just to the right of these condos is the ocean, and just to the left is the intercoastal. Again, everything's built on a very small strip of land. Once in my younger days, I rode from, before I even got married, from, no, it was when I was married, so it was from Lake Park. From Lake Park up to this area, a little bit further north. Good hour bike ride north. And when I got up here, we ended up having this terrible storm. And I believe it was during the time that we had cell phones, so I was able to call home to get help. My daughter came and got me because I was not able to ride home in thunder and lightning. Those were the days. I'm not sure I could do that anymore. This is Coral Cove Park, another public beach area. I don't want to get stuck behind a FedEx truck. Oh, good, they're turning. All right, here we go. Doesn't look like there are too many people on the road today. That's good. We're going to be mindful of the speed limit here. They have a very active police force. I cannot believe how windy it is today. Oh, it's 30 miles an hour here, so I need to behave myself. All right, we're coming into a very exclusive area of Jupiter Island. There's big estates here, very similar to how the estates are in Palm Beach. Very private. All right, this is the Blowing Rocks Preserve that I was telling you about. It's phenomenal, and I will try to remember to put a link in the description so you can have a better look at it. But it is amazing. The water blows up under these rocks, these natural formation of what looks like coral. I'm not sure if it is coral, but it appears to be like coral. The waves come in, they go up underneath the rocks, and then there's these holes in the rocks that the water shoots out through them, and it'll go 20 feet into the air. It's just amazing. If you're ever in this area, it's definitely worth coming up and seeing them. This is the little small area to park. It's not a big area, so without the parking, you can't just park off to the side. You got to park in a designated parking spot or you'll get a ticket. They have no parking signs all along here. Again, notice the natural habitat. The sea grape trees, the scrub palms, all of that is here to, well, it's natural to the environment, but it all protects the sand and the beach erosion from happening. Here's some big estates. heading north to Hobe Sound, to this beautiful street. It's called Bridge Road, and they have what's called the Tunnel of Trees. It's just so lovely and takes you to the ocean or away from the ocean. You'll see. It's worth the trip. Some of these estates have long driveways. You can't even see the house from the front. And some of them are close to the road. Such a charming area up here. So beautiful. Go around the bend. Hopefully we can get a view of the ocean once we get around this bend. Yeah, to the right is very small strip of land, and a lot of times people will put a beach house on the right side to be able to change and rinse off from the ocean. But there's actually a house right there. That's amazing. They're built on that really narrow strip of land. That's actually a house. Wow. They barely have a backyard other than the sand on the ocean. just passed the Hobe Sound Yacht Club. It's been many years since I've been up here. Go to the beach road. I hope you're having fun exploring with me. A lot of these estates up here, they named their house. That one of them was called Otter House. Jupiter Flats. All right. This is Jupiter Island Private Club. We can't go in there. Golf course on the left here. I'll turn you to the left so you can see some of the golf course here. There's a little church at the end of it. It's been so long since I've been up here, and I'm trying to remember where that Bush Estate is. It's very near that. It's very near that golf course. We're not going to do that today. I'm taking you to the tunnel of trees. Here's Bridge Road. We're getting very close. Here's the public beach to the right. And then we're going to be heading into the tunnel. Here we go. So lovely. These are old ficus trees. We're going to be heading back. I hope you enjoyed today's ride. Please subscribe and come along with me as I explore some other areas in Florida along the coast and other lesser known areas of interest. God bless you.